know you do videos and you do not a lot of studio work, but some at least. Is the live bit the bit you prefer most?
It is really, you know, and today playing live and recording are so dissimilar, you know, it's with the technology and so on. So we enjoy making records and even must confess enjoy making videos a little bit, but playing live is really what I think what we do best and certainly what we like the most, yeah.
So what about parts in movies, because you were in Back to the Future? Is that something you enjoy doing?
Well, I suppose I could tell you that I don't really want to be an actor, but I do want to be president of the United States one day. And in my country, that's a prerequisite, of course. No, just joking. No, I don't really have, you know, it's funny because I've been offered a number of film stuff, lots of film stuff, and there's, you know, I have no experience at it whatsoever. And there's plenty of out-of-work actors in Hollywood, you know, so.
What kind of stuff have you been offered?
Well, I've been offered some major stuff, actually, from major studios, you know, different things.
Anything that you might like to do?
Well, you know, one day I might want to try it, but I think we've worked so hard to, you know, now we can write songs with a certain assurance that they're going to get played on the radio, and we can travel the world with and playing our music, and that's really sort of a dream come true. So I think for now we're just going to rock and roll.
Now, you, in the early days, you were involved at one stage with Phil Lynott, and I know you were good buddies as well.
Yeah, Philip was, I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Philip. He taught me a lot, and I was in a band called Clover that supported Thin Lizzy, and he was great to us, you know, he just helped us every step of the way, and he really taught me to believe in myself.
Were you terribly upset at the time of his death? Because I know you did an anti-drug song as well at one stage. Is that something
yeah, I was very upset. I'm still upset, you know, it's, we all miss him a lot, you know, and it's not just me. There's a lot of people in the industry who owe a big debt of gratitude to Philip. But having said that, I think there are some people who don't accomplish half of what Philip did in their whole lifetime, you know. So I think that's just must be the way we have to look at it.
Now, you were bashing away for a long time with a lot of different groups and bands and touring around, and really the success that you have now took a long time to come. Were you afraid it wasn't going to arrive at all? You know, I didn't really think of it in those terms. I don't think you do do this kind of thing in order to sort of make it. You know, you can't be a reasonable person and set out to play music, I think. Really, it's always been about being a better band, being a better singer, and being a better songwriter. And I think I've improved and we've improved sort of day to day. And so I always felt good about that. I never worried that we weren't sort of making money, you know. So what next for you? Because you've had hit albums, hit singles, all over the world. What is there left for you to do?
Well, we haven't really toured the world properly. We've never been to Australia. This is our first time in Ireland, and I think that's something that's not only fun, but gratifying to see somebody react to a song that you wrote in San Francisco, you know, in, say, Dublin or Tokyo or something like that. And it also, I think, converts fans of our records into being fans of the bands, and that's really what it's about. You know, I didn't do this originally to become famous or become rich or even to get girls, which is very popular to say. I did this because when I was a kid, I looked up at the band and I said, now that looks like the coolest thing in the world. And I think I was right. When we're playing good and everything's in the pocket, as we say, you look around and it's like a great wave that you ride. You know, the song sort of sings itself and it plays itself, and it's just the most exhilarating feeling in the world. So that's what we want to do.
So how long do you think it'll last for?
I don't know. And you know, I don't know how long the wave will last, but I'm going to ride it until it does.
Yeah, there's a story also that there's an Irish connection. That there is a relative somewhere that claims to be the person who knows Huey Lewis. What's the truth in that?
It's true. My grandfather came from Ireland, and all my relatives live in Boston, and my father's side of the family is all Irish.
Have you traced this down, or will you?
I haven't really. My father's side of the family says don't bother.